Good morning. I think it's still morning. Yeah, yes. Cowboy Jim, Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. I was prayerfully thinking of that little lady over, the mom, and believe she has three children with her. And I thought that youngest one sure looks like a little girl to me. Could only see the back of her head and so on. And Dana Perino, she asked Elena Gnes, last name spelled Gnes, Elena Gnes, who referred to herself as being a dragon lady protecting her children against Putin. And that lady has given us a lot of sound advice and counsel. And she gives it every chance she has. And she said today, as I watched, I was so appreciative of the fact that she was still alive. And she was saying her battle warfare is that of being a dragon, protecting her children. She said if she did not have her children, she would be out there with a gun fighting. But she says, I am fighting. And she says, I am fighting by communicating with the world. And trust me, that lady is communicating with the world. And she is fighting from the front lines, from a subway station. Subway stations aren't warm, children. She has three little kids. And she is being straightforward and honest. She said 4 days ago she was taking her children to kindergarten and so on. And she said she did not believe that what is happening could happen, would happen. Could, yeah, for sure. But in her recognition of her reality that she's living in, she is still pleading for help. Dana Perino, good lady, Fox News, said Germany, contrary even to their country's rules of law, were making available real fighting equipment to the Ukrainian people. And they are. But a couple of days ago, I did a video, Too Little, Too Late. But the Ukrainian people have held on for 4 days. And if they can make it through the night, back in the 70s, there was a song, and it was Help Me Make It Through the Night. And that's what, in essence, is happening in the Ukraine. People like Elena Gnes, I believe that's the pronunciation, but I couldn't be sure, are praying diligently that God will help them make it through the night and that they don't take a direct hit or some Soviet Russian army person walk in down the stairs and shoots the hell out of innocent women and children. But that's what we're dealing with, not us. Well, we're dealing with it, and it's unfortunate in many ways and yet I guess fortunate, but we're dealing with it from a standpoint of being an observer. We saw the lineups of cars with the women and children, a few men going to the border to make sure their ladies got there and then turning around and heading back to fight. We are seeing an example of what mankind is like. We're seeing Putin, Communist China, the delusional leaders in the world, Biden, Trudeau, Macron, people who don't wonder at me picking on Macron. He did not go see Biden. He went to talk to Putin. Elena Gnes, she says, the dragon lady, gutsy woman. When I think of a lady, well, I think of her, because that's what women are. They're smart enough and attentive enough to reality to see a little quicker than their male counterparts, quite often. Okay? And I'm glad of that. I really am. I am praying for Elena Gnes. What a woman. What a fight. What horror. What sadness. What potential. Putin says he just would be willing to get together and talk. He'd be willing to get together and kill Zelensky, I think it is, in any way he could. Putin suggested Belarus. Jeez. No one in their right mind would meet there. United States of America, perhaps. Who knows? But anyways, you have a chance to watch Fox News, or you pull up Elena Gnes, dragon lady, who is protecting her children. It's, for me, it was an honor to watch her. An honor. Sure like to shake that lady's hand. I hope she lives. It's my prayer she lives. She said she is fighting her fight, all she can fight, with everything she has, while holding her little baby and speaking to the world. I believe the world is listening, and frankly, it's about time. It is my prayer that some Russian in Soviet Russia will shoot Vladimir Putin and kill that bastard. When I grew up, a bastard was one who had no dad, no father's name to carry on, and they were referred to as bastards. Well, that is what Putin is. He is a bastard. And he is the head of a snake. I hope there's a Russian over in Soviet Russia close enough to Putin that he or she would kill Putin. I remember a dear friend of mine who told me about his mother in Didsbury, Alberta. They lived just east of Didsbury during the Second World War, and his mom prayed every day asking God to bless Adolf Hitler. And that's a fact. For me, it's quite a shock. But I'll tell you this, there will be people supporting Vladimir Putin. I hope I got that name right. Putin, anyways. And there will be people praying, asking God to protect him. Fortunately, God does not do everything we ask him to do, because we can see short term, but we don't see long term very well. I pray that some Soviet, Russian person will kill Putin, because I believe that's the only way that he is going to be stopped. Elena Gnes, she says, you think Putin's going to stop when he gets the Ukraine conquered? She said, no, he won't. And then those countries like Poland and Germany. She didn't mention Germany, but she did mention Poland. That's where Putin will go next. I've said, pray. Pray about your relationship with God. Pray for the Dragon Lady, Elena Gnes. Pray that God will protect her children and protect her. She exemplifies strength. God bless.